Join me as I roll into one of the most thrilling, refreshing chapters of cinematic history: muscle cars as stars. Real muscle cars have added thrills such as high-speed chases and stunning designs to their on-screen portrayals at different stages. But here's the big question. Do you have any idea what my pick for the coolest movie muscle car is? Hang on and try to guess before I spell it out. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, as it helps us reach more gearheads. Well, deciding on the 10 best from all the recognized rides was not an easy task. These cars had to meet some of the most demanding criteria you could imagine when attempting to make the cut for this list. First, they needed to impress with pure glamour on the screen. Second, they needed some serious muscle under the hood. Raw power does count for something. And lastly, they shouldn't just be attractive, they should play a significant role in the big picture. So sit back and let's get straight into it, the exciting countdown. Leading this list is the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT from Vanishing Point. This car is well and truly a creature of the blacktop, glossy white paint, V8 engine, and all. In the film, Kowalski races from Denver on an adrenaline-pumping drive to San Francisco, and his Challenger is his only friend. It's a bit of an old-school movie, but this car is still top tier, cool under pressure, and as cool as they come. So why is this car iconic? Well, apart from its joyriding, the part played by the Challenger in the film is worthy of mention. It's not just any ordinary car. Actually, it represents freedom, rebellion, and speed. Next up is the Transformers 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, in at number 9, which any modern audience will be familiar with. Bumblebee, in his Camaro form, is not your typical high-off-the-ground muscle car, but boy does it mean action and class. The Z28 looks menacing and talks the talk from the moment it transforms, giving a taste of its roaring engine. What makes this car incredible? Other than being an Autobot, it represents the muscle car qualities of energy, speed, and aggression. The action run in the second part of the film, inspired by Bumblebee, makes us anxious to push the start button at any time. But there's something only true Transformers fans would know. The Camaro wasn't originally Bumblebee in the comics. It was actually a Volkswagen Beetle. However, in the films, they wanted something that screamed American muscle. This put Chevrolet in a sea of profits because the moment this car was introduced in the movie, the sales of the Camaro broke all roofs and skyrocketed. The next car is the 1967 Pontiac GTO from XXX. This car is simply an eye-popper, with raw power and a bold paint job to boot. You only need to see Vin Diesel's character Xander Cage driving this bad boy. The GTO transcends being just a car. It's power. If there's one thing old school knows how to bring on screen, it's loud, fast, and in-your-face stunts, and this car certainly fits the bill. It's worth noting what really makes the GTO stand out. The vivid hues and the bang really represent the motion picture. And to top it all, in the film, Vin Diesel's character drives this car like a madman, reinforcing the car's rugged, high-performance reputation. This isn't simply a car, this car has an attitude. And let's be honest, attitude rules the roost in any muscle car scene. Getting pumped yet? We're just getting started. The Bullitt Mustang. If you're into old school car chases, then you know why this car occupies the 7th rank. The car driven by Steve McQueen's character Frank Bullitt is the 1968 Ford Mustang. This Mustang is not just eye candy. She stars in a face-melting chase sequence in San Francisco that, to this day, has no equal. The paneling, the look, the raw power, and not to forget McQueen, truly made this Mustang a symbol of Hollywood. Steve McQueen himself was a skilled driver, and a lot of the famous chase scene was done with him behind the wheel instead of a stuntman. It's the car that will force you to make a dramatic turn and drive as far as is physically possible. Even after the show ended, this car did not lose its worth. The original Bullitt Mustang was hidden for decades before being discovered in a barn. It was then restored and sold for over $3.4 million, making it one of the most valuable Mustangs in history. Do you think any chase scene can surpass the one from Bullitt? Let me know. At number 6, we have a car likely on everyone's list, the 1969 Dodge Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard, or more accurately, the General Lee. From its bright orange color, the famous horn, to those wild jump scenes, the General Lee is almost as defining of muscle cars as it gets. The Charger wasn't just about torque, it was about stunts, speed, and lots of it. What gives General Lee such an advantage? Besides its stunts and races, with unnecessary off-road driving, it's associated with the good old Southern rebels and outlaws. And let's be honest for a second, who among us didn't enjoy watching that car jumping? But what we never got to know back then was that over 300 Dodge Chargers were destroyed during the production of the Dukes of Hazzard. Those legendary car jumps took their toll, but fans loved the spectacle. The General Lee remains one of the most recognized TV cars of all time, and even today, fans restore replicas to bring the iconic car back to life. Okay, let's bring the creepy now. Coming in fifth is the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda from Phantasm. This car looks ominous and menacing, perfect for a horror flick. The car's sharp, angular look and muscular features gave it a haunting edge in the movie. This muscle car didn't just get its owner away quickly, it made the escape even more terrifying. But it went beyond that. For me, it became an essential character in the movie, fitting the creepy supernatural tone of Phantasm perfectly. Although it was often overshadowed by other muscle cars of the era, the Barracuda found its cult status thanks to its role in Phantasm, and horror fans still consider it one of the best cars in movie history. Can you enjoy your muscle cars without a hint of horror? Let me know. Eleanor. If there's one thing you should know about movie muscle cars, it's Eleanor. The awesome car in Gone in 60 Seconds is the 1967 Shelby Mustang GT500. Nicolas Cage's character, Memphis Reigns, loves and hates the car. When he jumps into it, an adrenaline rush takes over and it's game on for the viewer. What makes Eleanor so cool? Besides being a gorgeous gal, she's famous for some of the best car chases in modern film history. She's fast, beautiful, and unforgettable, a true star in her own right. In third place is the 1971 Hemi Cuda as seen in Fast 5. This muscle car is a brute with insane horsepower, and it contributes to some of the best action scenes in the Fast and Furious series. Whether racing off a cliff or tearing through city streets, the Hemi Cuda doesn't shy away from a challenge. For some reason, this car packs a punch and isn't afraid to show off on screen. The Hemi Cuda is one of the best examples of what a car in an action franchise should be. Did you ever think the Hemi Cuda would make it into the top 3? Let's see how the last two stack up. Taking second place is a car that's all muscle and go, the 1966 Shelby Cobra 427, featured in Ford vs. Ferrari. This car not only looks great, but was designed for racing, with a part number to prove it. The Cobra 427 was instrumental in Ford's victory at Le Mans, and in the movie, it represents American engineering and spirit. What makes this car so epic? It's delicate yet muscular, with a racing history that only adds to its legend. This car has a muscular appeal, and it can hit 60 miles per hour in just 7 seconds. And here it is, my pick for the #1 coolest movie muscle car. The 1973 Ford Mustang Mach 1 from Diamonds Are Forever. Why this car? Well, apart from its role in one of the James Bond movies, its pursuit of another vehicle in a mad drive around Las Vegas is unforgettable. The Mustang masterfully navigates narrow streets, causing mayhem while gliding through the chaos with ease. But that's not all. This Mustang was transposed into a piece of movie memorabilia and auctioned for over $200,000. It's a classic Bond car, a muscle car, and more importantly, a collector's item rolled into one shiny bullet. So there you have it, my top 10 coolest movie muscle cars of all time. Each one of these cars brings something special to the table, from jaw-dropping designs to unforgettable action sequences. But now, I want to hear from you. Which car on this list is your favorite? Did I miss any that you think deserve to be in the top 10? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and please make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss our next episode in the Muscle Car Vault. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.